my colleague Brijesh Pandey now joining us live from the newsroom for the latest. Brijesh, here we are, another attempt to instill faith and inspire confidence in the Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirtha Kshetra Trust.
Well, absolutely. It's a big decision and on expected lines. Saving Champat Rai and Anil Mishra had become extremely untenable both for trust as well as the government of the day. And this is the reason why the trust, which had called a meeting, which had to prepone the meeting, it was scheduled to take place on 11th, had to prepone the meeting on 6th, which is today. And in this particular meeting, both Champat Rai and Anil Mishra, who were inside the temple but they were not part of the meeting, this particular decision was taken. His resignation, which is perhaps the biggest decision of this particular meeting, has been accepted. His and Anil Mishra's decision, and the dominant view of the trust was that that the majority, or rather the big ticket decisions were taken by Champat Rai, and there is no way he can escape responsibility for it. And the way this embezzlement of funds has taken place, the impunity with which it happened has brought trust a bad name. So resignation of Champat Rai and Anil Mishra has been accepted. This is the big news which is coming from Ayodhya as we speak. It'll be interesting to see who is going to be the next General Secretary of this Ram Janmabhoomi Nyas Tirtha Kshetra Trust. It'll be also interesting to see whether another key issue which was likely to be discussed was whether the trust will go the CEO way, to handle it in a much more professional fashion, because the government is also aware of the fact that the embezzlement and the related subsequent stories of how not only money was taken away from the donation, but also hundreds of Ram Bhakts have donated gold made various offerings to Lord Ram temple, and all of those were either siphoned off or were not found where they were supposed to be. So this particular episode has caused a lot of damage as far as Sangh's working is concerned. And for starters, I would say that decision of acceptance of resignation of Champat Rai and Anil Mishra is the big breaking news that we are telling this to our viewers.
Right, as the big story that's breaking over here, the acceptance of the resignations of Champat Rai and Anil Mishra. Anil Mishra's decisions has been found to be flawed, Brijesh. That's what they're saying, and that's the reason why his position has become untenable. But this is a meeting that is being attended by everybody from the government representatives to senior trust members and even legal experts. So now, what lies ahead in terms of legal options for the trust?
Well, I think, it was attended by ACS Home Sanjay Prasad, who is the UP government's, member of the trust, and also by Nripen Mishra, who is the centre's representative as far as this trust is functioning of this trust is concerned. The fact of the matter is that now we'll have to wait and watch as to who is going to be the new General Secretary of this particular trust, and we'll get to know in a while whether this was the only decision that was taken, which is accepting the resignation of Champat Rai and Anil Mishra, or more decisions are likely to be taken vis-a-vis about the functioning of the trust, whether the trust is going to be reconstituted completely, whether they will go the CEO model where we have seen Tirupati Balaji and other very prominent temples of the south, the kind of system they have in place, because the way this embezzlement took place, the impunity with which this embezzlement took place has dealt a big blow as far as the faith of millions and millions of Hindus are concerned, and the government would not want a repeat of what has happened in the last almost a month or so.
Right, the last month or so, Brijesh, has seen many a twist and a turn in the scheme of things. It wasn't until Akhilesh Yadav, decided to take on the responsibility of bringing this to the forefront, and then from there we've seen to arrests, and then now a serious meeting that has been
doing the rounds. But what we have been given to understand by sources is that Bajrangi Lal Bhagra and Neeraj Denoria are the two names which are doing the round to replace Champat Rai. Bajrang Lal Bhagra is someone who has administrative experience as well, and is related to Vishwa Hindu Parishad for a very long time, because the government would want, the trust would want rather, someone with high level of probity to join the trust as general secretary because they do not want a repeat of what has happened. I mean, the way the impunity, as I've been like trying to stress upon Krishna, is the fact that people who are earning whose salary were 10,000, 12,000 or 15,000, 20,000 at the max were building houses worth 25 lakh rupees. They were flaunting phones like iPhone and all, which would have cost more than 1 lakh plus. So it was there in front of everyone, and it is very shocking and surprising that it took this long for this to come out, and it has definitely embarrassed and caused hurt to millions and millions of followers. So it will be very interesting to see, other than getting a new general secretary in place of Champat Rai and a new trustee in place of Anil Mishra.
Right.
It will also be interesting to see whether these two remain get to remain, even the member of the trust, or their exit from the trust is complete.
Fair enough. We'll have to leave it at that. Brijesh, thank you so much for joining us for that big story that we're tracking.